Today we are visiting the Palace District, an area in Budapest that has a really cool name, and yet many visitors of the city miss out on coming here, even if it's really close to the city center and the popular Grand Market Hall. But this place has many interesting buildings, cool streets, and a lot of nice eateries as well. So today we're showing you why you should visit the Palace District when you come to Budapest.
The area of today's video is located conveniently between the Kálvin, Astoria, Blaha, Rákóczi and Corvin metro stations, and it's a historic area of Budapest where one of the first buildings to catch your eye is the Hungarian National Museum. The neoclassical building hosts a collection of items showcasing the history, art and archaeology of historic Hungary. But for many of us Hungarians, this place is a symbol of freedom, because it is where Sándor Petőfi, the famous poet and revolutionary, sang the national song he wrote during the revolution of 1848 against the Habsburg oppression. Today, besides hosting permanent and temporary exhibitions, it also has a pleasant garden surrounding it, which is also the home of a cafe and confectionery.
Pledge. Excellent 150 years of anniversary cake for Budapest. These cakes are excellent, even though they are a bit more on the contemporary side. But if you come here, Auguszt is a really famous old traditional Hungarian confectionery shop where you can also try some other traditional Hungarian sweets and desserts. And if you don't know which ones to try, we actually have a video where we recommend some of our favorite desserts and sweets. And I can't wait to eat some more in this area, because the area has a lot of cool and hip eateries, bars, drinking places, food places. That's way too many words. Can't wait to get there. We're gonna show that at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around. But now, let's finish this and then discover the nice buildings here in the area. The National Museum is surrounded by a lot of gorgeous buildings, and one of the most prominent ones is the Wenckheim Palace right here behind me. And the fun thing is, you can visit the insides, which are even more gorgeous than the way it looks from the outside, because it hosts a public library.
Originally, this palace belonged to an aristocratic family before it landed in the hands of the city, which then moved the central library of Budapest's public library network here. At first, it's just like any other library, with endless shelves of books and people studying and researching. On its fourth floor, however, many of the palace's original rooms and halls were kept intact. It's like taking a stroll in an old French palace, and each room has its own distinct style and fine details that you can observe. It's a really fun experience to explore the halls and marvel at the decorations, especially because people are calm and quiet, since it's a library after all. If you wish to visit, there's a tourist day ticket available at the reception, but please always remember to remain silent.
This here behind me is the Bródi Sándor utca, which has most of these palace-looking like buildings, one after the other. But why are there so many palaces here, and why is this place called the Palace District?
If you look at the map, the boulevard at the edge of the Palace District lines up perfectly with where the city walls of Old Pest used to be. Outside of the walls in this area, people used to grow produce in gardens and on farmland, but as the city increased in population, a network of dirt roads and small houses started popping up, creating a new district of the city.
But in the spring of 1838, the Danube flooded and devastated Budapest, and this area, where the houses were made of earth and other organic materials, could not withstand the destruction of that flood. After the flood, this area went through a decades-long renewal process, and during the time of the compromise between Austria and Hungary, the government's upper house actually sat in the National Museum, the building of it. And this building behind me was built so that the lower house has somewhere to sit. And because the government was in this area, a lot of the wealthy and powerful people wanted to move close by, since Budapest at that time did not have the amazing public transport it has today.
So one after the other, the famous aristocratic families who also took part in politics built their new residences here, and the charm of spending time in the area is to wander around street by street and to find those palaces. I've walked the streets of Budapest many times as a local, but I can still find some new details and decorations whenever I come back here.
Many of the buildings you see in this Palace District have been designed by a very famous Hungarian architect known as Miklós Ybl. And if you walk around in Budapest, you have definitely seen some of his greatest works, which include the Opera House, the Várkert Bazaar, and part of the Basilica was also built by him, which happens to be one of my favorite buildings here in Budapest. And if you also enjoy this building and maybe want to wear it, we have a brand new design of one of our t-shirts here. Buying this supports the channel, and we also have a ton of other designs. So maybe have a look at our store down in the description. And now, let's jump back to the Palace District.
If you enjoy classical architecture, it's really easy to lose the sense of time as you stroll around this neighborhood. And thanks to all that walking, you may feel the need to rest a bit and grab a few bites or drinks. Luckily, the Palace District offers a lot of eateries and bars. So much so that quite regularly something new and exciting is opening up here.
So this here is Smashy Burger, which apparently is the latest craze here in Budapest. If you come here later, there's actually a huge line right in front of it. So I'm really curious if this is as good as how popular it is. Nice, spicy, simple, but the star has to be the burger. Well, let's look at that. This is what I think a delicious burger looks like, and also what a heart attack looks like. Let's hope it will only be delicious. Nice. For this price, I think the hype is worth it. The sauce is kind of like the Big Mac sauce in McDonald's, but the patty is much better than a fast food McDonald's burger patty. So, oh, and also the onions are really nice as well. I am pleasantly surprised.
Thanks to renovations in the past years, the area's prestige has been elevated back to its former self, but its rejuvenation would not be complete without the many enthusiastic people setting up business in the district. People from all across the world share their passion for their cuisine here, and many Hungarians also show their own take on foreign and other popular dishes. As you explore the area, you may just run into a small courtyard and find a hidden, delicious tapas bar. Or walk into a small shop that makes sandwiches made out of pizza bread. But if you would like, you can spice up your day by having an Indian meal. And of course, keep up your energy with some excellent coffee anytime you want. The Palace District is a great example of why I love Budapest and feel lucky to live here. It's a really fun activity to explore the streets with all the decorative buildings and to be surrounded by history and the many delicious flavors.
The beating heart of this district has to be the Mikszáth Kálmán Square, thanks to all the bars and restaurants here and in the connecting streets. And this place is named after Mikszáth Kálmán, who was a very popular and famous Hungarian journalist and novelist. And he used to live here, probably in that building over there. That's what I read. And he spent a lot of time here at this square and at the bars around here. So no wonder this place is named after him, and I can absolutely see why he spent a ton of time here. If I would live here, I would also do the same. But what about you guys? If you visit this place, what did you think of the Palace District? What did you think about this video that we made? Tell us in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys in the future videos. Bye! Cheers!